₱320 million in ticket sales. ₱280 million in ticket receipts.
I'm married.
No pressure. And kiss me.
Private Benjamin and No Other Woman are the top-grossing films in Philippine movie history. Both top-billed Derek Ramsay. Model. Actor.
It seems like I'm cheating on you.
Eh di hindi na kung hindi.
Businessman. Car collector. Athlete. And now, box office king. Derek Arthur Bagao Ramsay is a man who's got it all and gives his all. In the field playing ultimate frisbee, Derek is in his element. A member of Team Philippines, twice named MVP in the Asian Oceanic Ultimate Asian Championship in 2007 and the Manila Spirits Championship in 2008. Leading the team to victory in the Singapore Open and the Hong Kong Pan-Asian Tournament in 2010. The athlete is fearless. He's had many injuries before. Watching his competitions is always a nightmare for his loved ones. Sunday, November 27, their worst fears came true. Competing in the finals of the Manila Spirits Mixed Division for the Mixed Nuts team against four-time and defending champions Black Flag from the U.S., Derek was once again rushed to the emergency room.
The instant I hit the ground, I just heard this snap, and everyone around was like, screaming.
Really loud snap.
Yeah, the minute,
Yeah,
it was so quick. It was just the minute I heard that, I was like, I know it's broken. And I tried to lift up my arm, and this part went up, but this part was still on the ground. It looked like jelly.
So ibig sabihin you broke this.
The x-rays of Derek's arm show the extent of his injury.
I think this is the one that made the loud noise, so the Anna said. And then I fractured these two. Well, not fractured, cracked it.
His actress girlfriend Angelica Panganiban rushed to the hospital from her taping.
Pagdating ko, una kong nakita yung x-ray niya. Nanghina na ako na, sa ba't ganyan, naghiwa-hiwala yung buto mo. So doon ako naiyak na sa tagal namin, lagi ko siyang nakikitang na-aksidente, na ano, pero ito yung major talaga. Tapos hindi niya magalaw yung katawan niya, hindi niya ma-feel yung kamay niya. Maya-maya siya nagreklamo sa pain.
Because what I worry about is really the sport. Because when Derek plays, Derek, trust me, will give 200%. Trust me, Cess, I've never seen a sportsman like him. He knows his knee is weak, because it's still, healing. So, you snap a nerve, you'll be in a wheelchair. So I said, I made a deal when I prayed, Lord, this weekend, I really prayed so hard, just not the leg, because the leg will just give way.
It was the worst injury he had ever sustained in his athletic career. After 4 to 5 hours of surgery, 3 metal plates and 15 screws had to be put in to repair the damage.
The doctor had to put me all together, and when he did,
That's the result.
I became Bionic Man. So you have 2 bones. I broke both of them, and one of them I broke in 2 places. Not fracture. This bone right here was 3 pieces. This bone right here was sticking out.
This has forced Derek to consider retirement.
When I was in the hospital, it wasn't in my mind. I know that this is a sign for me to pack up the sport.
But before bowing out, Derek wants to play one last time.
I'd love to see the Philippines win the World Cup of Frisbee, but it would be nicer if I was on the field playing. It's every 4 years lang eh. It's going to be held in Japan next year. That could be my last, maybe my farewell. It wouldn't be nice naman din to end this sport that I love so much with this.
His parents are against it, but his father, himself a sportsman, understands his son's love for the sport.
On the field, he's the same as everybody else. Very, very competitive, more than some, yes, but he is Derek the sportsman.
The athlete is aware of the risks of permanent disability, but says his never-say-die approach is the only way to play the game for him.
Ganun talaga yung sports eh. You know, there's a good side and there's the good side, there's the downside. You're healthy, you gain discipline, but then there's stuff like this. But you can't avoid it. It's all part of it.
2 days before the accident, already in pain from a bad fall, he talked about how difficult the prospect of retirement would be.
I think it would really hurt me if I, completely take myself away from the game that I love so much. It hurts me when I watch football. When we watched soccer in South Africa for the World Cup, the minute I entered the stadium and I saw that green field and the players coming out, my best friend goes to me, "Derek, oh my God, I can see it in your eyes. You want to play." And I'm like, "How'd you read my mind?" She said it was so obvious. So it would hurt me if I come out and I see guys throwing a frisbee around and I'm not part of it anymore.
Growing old, does it scare you?
No.
To the extent that you can't play the extreme sports.
That's what scares me. But I don't know how I'm going to grasp that. Kailangan ko bitawan. Slowly, I'm learning. I always thought I'm Superman. I do this crazy stuff on the field, fling my body around as if I was 21. And I always thought, no, kaya yan. Now, oops, what was that?
Football was Derek's first love in sports, but in his teens, it didn't have the popularity it's enjoying now. And after playing rugby and professional basketball, Derek turned to ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, I just got involved with other sports, and frisbee was like the closest thing to football for me. And that's why I loved it. When I started, there was only 6 teams in Manila. 6 teams in the entire country. Now, Manila alone has 38 teams. La Sala's a team, Xavier, UP. It's great.
1, 2, 3!
Ultimate frisbee is played by thousands around the world. Though not as popular as other contemporary sports, it's quickly gaining popularity. So when did your interest in sports start? It's the day you were walking.
My mom, that's how I got out of trouble. Never got into the drug. I never got into trouble, that much trouble actually. Never came home, Dad, I crashed the car. Dad, I got busted for drugs or stuff like that. That would really break my dad's heart. He's a policeman.
Derek owes his buffed physique to his love for sports. What does it do to a person?
Discipline. I mean, if you're a competitive athlete, you won't get anywhere without discipline. Marunong ka makisundo with other people. You're surrounded by so many different people. It makes you very mature because you probably won't get along with everybody, but when it comes to the field, you put everything aside and you play as a team. Great sportsmanship, kinship. There's so much things you can get from sport.
His actual nickname when he was born was Bitoy, because he was surprisingly quite fat. Now he's commonly referred to as Junior within the household.
Derek Arthur was born in Enfield, England. His father, Derek, an Englishman, was working as a policeman with Scotland Yard when he met his Filipina mother, Remedios Bagao, while she was studying hotel and restaurant management in London. On a visit to the Philippines to meet Medi's family, Derek the senior fell in love with the country. In 1979, he retired early from the service and made the move. Derek Arthur was barely 3 years old then. After completing high school at Montessori, Alabang, Derek was sent to boarding school in England. While vacationing here, a talent scout spotted the young man.
I was in Shangri-La when I got discovered, and they asked me to do a modeling thing. Sabi ko, no, thank you. Di ko gusto yan. And my dad is there, who's this man? Oh, he wants me to do some pictures, take some photos. And, yeah, you should do it, it'll be good for him. Like, no. They spoke and he made me go. He said it'll build, your confidence and I used to have a fear of stepping in front of a camera and talking in front of people, so he said it'll be good for you.
Well, I mean, at that time he was already certainly a good-looking kid. Very surprisingly, Derek used to be quite shy, and we both, my wife and I, Mehdi, felt that this would bring him out and do him a lot of good, and I think we were both right.
But even before coming home, Derek had confronted his stage fright and challenged himself.
I got over my fears, my fear of going in front of a camera and going in front of a large body of people. I joined my school play. I landed the role of the postmaster, and my whole family flew all the way across the world from the Philippines to just watch me perform, and they flew back a couple of days after.
Up next on Pipol.
I considered myself settled down. Yeah, I'm very happy. When we do tie the knot, it's smooth sailing now. But I consider myself tied down.